So one of the things that we work on in an early elementary classroom is number sense. What is good number sense? Good number sense is thinking about numbers. Good number sense is intuition about numbers. How do numbers relate to one another? Are the number 5 and 8, are they close together? Are they far apart? Are they more or less than 10? What's a big number? What's a little number? Thinking about how numbers relate to one another. Another way to think about number sense is that it's the foundation block. It's the beginning for a lot of higher level mathematics as well. Things that we'll do in upper elementary and even into middle and high school. So one of the things we're going to do today is talk about a game called Garbage and how we can use it to work on number sense for children. It's a game that you could play in kindergarten or even first and second grade. There are lots of variations and lots of different ways that you could play the game. We're going to start really simple on how to play the game and how to think about the dialogue that goes on with kids while you're playing the game. To play the game, you'll need a deck of cards. You can use just a traditional deck of cards, taking out the face cards. We're also going to use the ace as a 1. If that gives your children trouble, you can simply draw a 1 over the A for the ace. You can also download from the website a set of cards from 1 to 10. We're going to be working on sequencing and thinking about before and after. So we've got our traditional deck of cards, and we're going to lay it out in a 10-frame format. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to put the rest of the cards at the top, and I turn them the opposite direction just so kids can tell the difference between the cards that we're playing with and the draw pile. Okay. The object of the game is to turn over all the cards and get them in order or in sequence from 1 until 10. So I'm going to take my first card, turn it over, and it's a 5. In the beginning, most children will just count to show where this card goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like in most games, we have to say it to play it, where kids have to talk about how they know where a card goes. If you don't say it to play it, you lose your turn. I'm going to put the card down and take the card from underneath, and that's a 10. I need to start thinking about, well, how does a 10 relate to the number 5? I'm going to count on from 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the card from underneath, and that's a 6. You might hear kids use the language before and after. I know that 6 comes after 5, so 5, 6. Taking the card from underneath, it's the number 9. And so I'm going to count on from 6, because I know 9 is more than 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. Take the card from underneath, and it's a 5. As you can see, we already have a 5, and so now this card becomes garbage. If we were playing in partners, it would be the other person's turn. Today I'm playing individually, and that's also a way that kids can play together to uncover the cards to 10. So I've used this, and this was a garbage, and so I'm going to take the next card from the draw pile. It's a 2, so 1, 2. Taking the card from underneath, the number after 2 is 3. Taking the card from underneath, it's an 8. I know that 8 is much more than 3. I can simply count on, or I might even practice the skill of counting back. 10, 9, 8. Take the card from underneath, and it's a 6. So again, I have garbage. Ace. As we talked about before, if the A for the ace gives your children difficulty, you might want to cover it up with a white sticker or simply draw a number 1 on top of it. So that's the beginning of our sequence, 1. And I also have 6, garbage. Taking the card from the draw pile, 1, 2, 3, again garbage. You can also use garbage as an assessment. You can listen to children play the game and talk about the numbers before and after, the idea of counting on and counting back. The idea, even for basic facts, thinking about 1 more or 1 less, plus 1 and minus 1. Another thing you can ask is when we have a garbage board like this and there are cards face down, what numbers are missing? I'm looking for a 4 and a 7, and have kids explain how they know that to be true. Taking a card from the draw pile, I have an 8, garbage. 7. I know 7 comes between 6 and 8. Taking the card from underneath, it's my last card, 3, 4, 5. And because it's the last card, I get to put it in the pile and say, gotcha. Garbage is a great way to work on beginning number sense for kids to think about before and after, to think about one more, one less, to practice skills such as counting back and counting on, and even begin thinking about neighbor facts or numbers that are one more and one less.